There's hardly no steering left anymore. Almost Armstrong steering. Good day in the fall. It's been whining for a while, so I put that Lucas no whine fix in here, which was about $20. 5 months later, the pump has failed, so I have a rebuilt one. So I got to take the alternator off, and there's this bracket to do it. The Ford Ranger has the same pump as this, but this one here, got to take the bracket off because there's not enough room right there to pull the pump back on it. And you need a special pulley for it, which I have. So I'm going to start taking it apart, loosen the belt, disconnect the battery because I'll be doing the alternator. Rebuild pump here in Canada was $77, which is not bad because the auto wrecker wants 45 used, and I don't know, like this thing's over 20 years old, so hard to tell if they're good or not. You know, if somebody put any liquid fix in it, you don't know, and it could end up the same. So for double the price, I went and got a rebuilt one. Yeah, because it's got fluid in it, so it's not like a part where you just get an alternator and there's no fluid, because this is a one from the auto wrecker, but I'm not going to chance a power steering pump. Plus here, when you know it's 35 below outside, lots of pumps fail and lots of lines blow because instantly you have pressure in the cold. It's not like you have a block heater in there warming it up. So you got a lot of problems with power steering up here in Canada where it's real cold. This is how I pull the belt off. I just have a pry bar and push it back this way, and now I'm taking the alternator out because this whole bracket comes off. So I just swing the alternator out of the way. And then there's some bolts down in here. Undo that. First long bolt out, 15 millimeter head. That's one. There should be three of them. I got the second bolt out. There's the pulley. With a little bit of struggling, we got it off. There's two sizes, a small and a big, so you can just reverse them to the size of pulley that you have. And of course, behind the pulley, there's all those nuts. Now I'm wondering if, see, that's all loose, if they give you enough room here to pull out the pump without taking the bracket off. Because there was one under there I couldn't get at. But I'll disconnect the lines and we'll see if we can wiggle it out of there. To get the lines loose like this, you're gonna have to take the brackets off back there. There might be one here. There's definitely one there. Okay, I'll take the lines off now. Well, having this loose, there's no way to get this off without taking the bracket, so I undid the 2 bolts. Now there's something hanging up right there, and I'll undo it. Okay, I left 1 bolt in because it's right against the body, so you just lay it. There's enough room now. Just pull a little bit more, and well, I got the return line off. Now the return line goes here. There's the pump. This little return line hose, it's about 1 foot long. This would be the time, if it's no good, to replace it. But this one's good, so just a little hose here. Easy to get at now. And I did put a proper clamp on it. There's the new pump. Comes with a couple seals and the pump. I'm gonna leave this plug in until I do the high pressure line. But this one here is just a little cap. This is what I'll install first, the return line. Well, I've got the return line already on there now. I'm just gonna position this back up. Slide it in behind this piece here. Well, I've got it in position. I left this bolt on because the frame on this bolt. And I'll just wiggle it here, try to find the stud in there. These long bolts, once you get one in, the other 2 are easy to find. I would have taken the whole bracket off, but these have been changed and they're crossed up over there, so I don't want to twist them any further than this. So that's why I left the bracket in place and then just bolted it to it. But this can come off if you've got enough room for your hoses to pull them apart. And you can put your pulley back on the bench on this, but there's enough room right here to do that. I'm going to undo the blue screw here and put my pressure line on before I put the alternator back, so I can maneuver it around. Either put grease, Vaseline or something on the pulley. Put some grease on the shaft and on the pulley, and it'll press in easier. Washer, thrust bearing, and then that big nut. Getting the wrenches all set up here to press the pulley in. And you keep pressing it until you can't press it no more, and if you go over, it'll start pushing it out again, so it'll stop. I've got the 1/2-inch nut against the body, and I'm just turning the big one. I've got about that much more to go. The pulley is pressed in now. Time to put the alternator back in. remove the last cap and fill it up with transmission fluid is what they call for on this vehicle. I connected up the battery, put some fluid in. Start it up. Oh, let's see if the thing's turning right. Well, the power steering's working. Just have to get rid of some of those bubbles. Check for leaks anywhere. The return line is good. The pressure line is okay. That strange noise, I wonder if I got a faulty pump. I got some belt pressing, I'll try it. There was the belt. I don't want to stand right here, I'll get sprayed with the stuff. That sure quietens it down. There's a lot of aftermarket pressure lines that leak right there. I had to go back to original Ford one because I tried an aftermarket and it leaked right. I'll show you with the screwdriver. It leaked right here, right there. And there was no way to stop the leak. So I went back to the auto wrecker and I got a used line. Original from Windstar, and look at it, it's not leaking.